Okay, so picture this. You've just found your absolute dream house, right? But to lock it in, you literally have to secure the down payment today. Or say you run a small business and a critical overseas supplier needs to be paid right this second so they can ship your inventory. In these high-stakes moments when speed, security, and just absolute certainty are non-negotiable, yeah, standard bank transfers, they just aren't going to cut it. You need a wire transfer.
Welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here with us. Today, we're diving deep into exactly how to navigate Chase wire transfers like an absolute pro. Look, whether you're completely new to this whole process or you just want to make sure you aren't needlessly overpaying on hidden fees, we have definitely got you covered. So let's just dive right in.
Here is our playbook for today. 1. Intro to wires. 2. Domestic versus international. 3. Prepping and fees. 4. Step-by-step guide. 5. Confirmation and tracking. And 6. Troubleshooting and support. We're going to take you from an absolute beginner to a totally confident user in no time. Section 1. Introduction to wire transfers, the ultimate solution for moving money. So what exactly is a wire transfer anyway? Well, think of it as a real-time electronic funds transfer from one bank directly to another. Now, you're probably super used to ACH transfers by now, right? Think direct deposits from your job or those automatic monthly bill payments. ACH is fantastic because it's usually free, but the catch is it batches payments together, which means it takes about 2 to 3 days to actually clear. Wires, totally different ballgame. They process individually using highly secure networks and in real time. If you have an urgent, high-dollar, one-time payment that absolutely positively needs to settle to date, wires are exactly the tool you need. Moving right along, Section 2, Chase Wires Domestic versus International. When you fire up a wire with Chase, you're fundamentally choosing between two very different pathways. It all depends on where that money is headed, and knowing the jargon here is absolutely crucial. If you're sending money within the US, well, that's a domestic wire. It travels on the Federal Reserve's FedWire network, and you'll just need a standard 9-digit ABA routing number to identify the receiving bank. Simple enough, right? But if you're sending money overseas, that's an international wire. This one navigates the massive global SWIFT network. To do that, you're going to need an 8 to 11 characters SWIFT or BIC code to pinpoint that exact bank anywhere in the world. Section 3. Getting ready, preparation, and fees. All right, this is where I want you to use what I call the pause and prep method. Wire transfers are strict, they're formal, and honestly, they're almost impossible to reverse. Taking a deep breath and getting your ducks in a row before you hit send is the single best investment of your time. Think of this as your evergreen prep checklist. To guarantee your money gets exactly where it needs to go without a hitch, you need the recipient's full name and address. You need their bank's name and address. You'll need their account number, or if it's international, their IBAN. And finally, that routing number or SWIFT code we just talked about. Trust me on this one. Get all of this sitting right in front of you before you even log in. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff, fees. Because a little insider knowledge here can literally save you cash. If you walk into a Chase branch and have a teller set up an outgoing domestic wire for you, it's going to cost you $35. But if you just do it yourself online or through the Chase app, that drops to $25. The exact same rule applies for international wires sent in US dollars. It's $50 at the branch, but only $40 online. Doing it digitally is just straight up cheaper every single time. Oh, and speaking of fees, check out this totally awesome loophole. Say someone is sending a domestic wire to your Chase account. Normally, Chase hits you with a $15 incoming wire fee. Kind of annoying, right? Well, that fee drops to exactly zero if the funds are originally sent from another Chase digital account using chase.com or the mobile app. It's a massive perk if you happen to be transferring money between two Chase users. And listen, the savings can go even deeper. If you happen to have Chase Military Banking Enhanced Benefits, you get complete waivers for both incoming and outgoing wire transfer fees. The whole shebang, totally free. Premium tier accounts like Chase Sapphire Banking or Private Client, they offer similar waivers too. So it absolutely pays to double-check what perks your specific account tier might unlock. All right, Section 4, Step-by-Step Wire Initiation, Executing the Transfer. Let's walk through exactly what this looks like on your phone or computer. Here are the 4 punchy steps. First, log into your account and navigate over to Pay and Transfer. Second, just click on Wires and Global Transfers. Third, this is where you enter the recipient and amount details from that handy-dandy checklist you prepped earlier. Now, quick heads up here. If this is a brand new recipient you've never sent to before, Chase is going to text you a quick activation code to verify it's really you. It's just for security. Finally, step 4, carefully review all those details and hit Schedule Wire. Boom. It really is that straightforward.
Now, what if the roles are reversed and someone is sending money to you? Along with your account number and domestic routing number, which, for Chase, is 021000021, by the way, the sender might actually ask for your bank's physical address. Don't give them your local neighborhood branch address. You need to give them the Chase headquarters address. That's 2070 Park Avenue, New York, NY 1017.
Section 5. Confirmation and tracking. Where is my money?
So what happens immediately after you schedule that transfer? If there's one number you absolutely must remember, it's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the critical daily cutoff time for personal accounts. Actually, if you have a business account, it's 5 p.m. But basically, if you initiate a domestic wire before that cutoff on a business day, Chase is going to process it that very same day. Miss the cutoff? No big deal. It just gets bumped to the next business day.
Let's just quickly manage our expectations around timelines here. Domestic wires are, frankly, incredibly fast. They process in up to 24 hours, and honestly, they very often arrive the exact same day you send them. International wires, though, they have to navigate some seriously complex global banking systems and bounce through intermediary banks. So you should definitely expect those to take anywhere between 1 to 5 business days to finally land in the recipient's account.
Finally, Section 6, Troubleshooting and Support, Solving Common Issues. Look, even with the absolute best preparation, things can sometimes get a little stressful. I want to make sure you know exactly what to do if things don't go perfectly according to plan. First up, I really need to warn you about the returned wire penalty. If your wire bounces, let's say because of a tiny typo in the account number, or maybe the recipient's name doesn't quite match perfectly, it doesn't just neatly drop back into your account in full. Ouch, right? Intermediary banks will often deduct their own processing charges before they return the funds. That means you are likely getting back less money than you initially sent. Accuracy is quite literally your best friend here.
And this brings us to a somewhat harsh but absolutely crucial reality. Wire transfers are non-reversible. Because domestic same-day wires process almost instantly, they cannot be canceled or recalled once they leave your account. The strict finality means your vigilance is paramount. You have to always verify your recipient's details through a trusted secondary channel, especially, and I can't stress this enough, especially if you get a last-minute email changing the payment instructions. That is a classic textbook sign of wire fraud. But hey, if you do hit a snag and need help, you've got options. If your online daily limit is just too low for a massive purchase, like buying that dream house we talked about earlier, just pop into your local branch to temporarily increase it. And if you need to track a delayed transfer or you suspect a weird issue, you can call Chase Support directly at 1-800-935-9935. They've got dedicated teams ready to help you out. Wires are incredibly reliable, incredibly fast, and totally vital for those high-stakes transactions. As a quick final note, please always remember to personally verify your transfer details and absolutely consult a Chase representative if you have specific or unusual requirements, just to be safe. But ask yourself this, what would happen to your business or your dream home if a critical payment got stuck in the void? Master these simple steps and you'll never, ever have to find out. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.